Well, the district is filled with many great restaurants, and a number of them still working to get business back after the COVID-19 pandemic. And while some restaurants closed down, a number of chefs are also taking a leap of faith in opening new eateries.
That is right. DC News Now's Lex Juarez is joining us now live from Michelle's, a restaurant on K Street that opened right in the middle of these citywide restrictions. So, Lex, this is Restaurant Week now. How is the owner working to put this place on the map?
Yeah, Tanaya, Corey, I'm actually standing here with the chef and owner, Matt Baker. He's going to tell us about Michelle's and exactly how they are planning to put it on the map. Now, Michelle's is connected here to the Eaton Hotel on K Street. Absolutely. Talk to me about, what people can experience and what Michelle's is like when they decide to come in.
Yeah, Michelle's is going to be inspired by my hometown of Houston, Texas, and my mom's hometown of New Orleans, and so lots of inspiration from those the cultures of those two cities. So Vietnamese influence, Creole influence, Southern influence, Spanish influence. And it's just a fun, exciting new American restaurant in the Eaton Hotel.
And with it being named Michelle's, that's actually named after your mother, right?
Yeah, so the restaurant was named after my mom in homage to her.
Right. Yeah, that is so sweet. And then you decided to open this during the pandemic in the midst of citywide restrictions. What kind of challenges did that pose for you? How did you kind of get through it and make it to where you even got to this point, almost a year?
Yeah, pandemic has not been easy for any restaurants or any business. I've been very fortunate that we have a really great team that's been flexible and continues to trust us in the decisions we make, and we try to impart them in the decision-making process. And then we have a really great loyal clientele from my other restaurant, Gravitas, and starting that here at Michelle's. And so they've kind of held us through and helped us to continue to keep going, but the pandemic has definitely been challenging, and so hopeful that Restaurant Week will be a great time to kind of introduce Michelle's to some people that haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Right, and speaking of that, what does Restaurant Week do to help businesses like yours that are just starting out or maybe still really struggling from the pandemic to really get back off their feet? Yeah,
Restaurant Week's great because it's going to allow people to try your restaurant for a little bit lower of a price point than they normally would. And the cooking at Michelle's doesn't change. We keep the same style of cooking, the same vein of cooking. Portion size might be a touch smaller, but it's a great opportunity for guests to be able to really experience Michelle's in other restaurants throughout the DMV for a lower price point than normal, and especially in times right now with like inflation and cost of living going up. The price for Restaurant Week hasn't changed for like 5 years, so it's a good value, and you get to try new restaurants.
I have gotten to taste some good food and some that I haven't even gotten a chance to taste yet because we've just been making so much. Right now we're here, we're at the third course. It's dessert time. Tell us what we've got right here.
No meal's not complete without dessert, right? So these are our two of our options for Restaurant Week this week. These are actually on the menu full time at Michelle's. So we have a vegan dessert. This is going to be a coconut rice pudding. I love rice pudding. It's a very popular Spanish or even South American dessert. So coconut rice pudding made with risotto rice. It's a pear and pineapple jam that we're just going to kind of dot around. And we're going to put some hazelnuts for texture in there. Candied hazelnuts. Kind of going around here. And then we're going to do some blackberries because these are in season. Some beautiful blackberries. And then we're going to top it with some crispy, dehydrated pineapple. Guys, you want to put some of these on there with me?
Yeah, sure. Love to help.
Just kind of. Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Get in there.
And while I'm doing this, talk to me a little bit, really quickly about you mentioned like these two desserts are offered all the time, not just during Restaurant Week, but also, some of those dishes that we've showed throughout the morning, and you guys are working on extending that past Restaurant Week as well, right?
So we're going to extend Restaurant Week to our same menu and the same offer till next week, to the end of next week, so next Sunday. And so, yes, we're going to continue that. And then in the dining room, we do offer a 3-course tasting menu normally. And then we also have a really great bar menu that we just launched also that has the best cheeseburger in the city, I think.
The best cheeseburger in the city. Well, you heard it here first. I guess we're all going to have to come and try it out. And while you're making this, just one last question really quickly. You said that Restaurant Week, it's really been helping you. You've kind of been packing out the restaurant already, and we're only 2 days in.
Correct. Yesterday was our first day, and yesterday we had a great crowd come out. It was super busy. And so all week the reservations look really strong. And so I think Michelle's is going to be super busy. So we'd love to see more people come out and check us out next week.
they're working to put this place on the map with a special menu. Standing here with chef and owner Matt Baker, and he has got some yummies out here for us. What are we looking at here?
So these are a couple of dishes that are on our Restaurant Week menu this week. So we have beautiful heirloom tomatoes that we did a beautiful salad that I'm going to show you all with a little bit of some smoked Stilton blue cheese. I'm going to show you ceviche that we're doing with, these are surf clams, and these are in the razor clam family. So we made a really nice Spanish-inspired ceviche with that.
Great.
And then some classic chicken liver mousse. You can't have a bistro or a French-inspired restaurant without having some chicken liver mousse, so we're going to do that also. So heirloom tomatoes, perfect time of year for these. We just slice these really simply, just about a 1/4 inch thick.
Okay.
You see the variety of heirloom tomatoes, so we try to do all the different colors to try to get them all in there. And then the other thing that's really great in season right now is going to be watermelon. So we have some watermelon that we just cut, same thickness, and I really like the variation in size where we can keep the tomato naturally, round and showcase that off, and then the watermelon to kind of cut that a little bit. And so what we have here is going to be a little bit of a Chardonnay vinegar that we're going to just drizzle over the top. I don't like to do too much fuss when it comes to tomatoes this time of year, so honestly just a good vinegar, a good oil, and then a good amount of salt. So this is a good olive oil.
Okay.
We're going to put some very finely diced red onions on there. Tomatoes love red onions. One of my favorite combinations growing up as a kid.
Looks great already.
Thank you. We're going to do some chives because we have to have some nice contrasting colors and a little bit of lemon herbaceousness from the chives. And then the smoky blue cheese, we're just going to crumble over the top. Do you want to help me plate this?
Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely.
So we're just going to kind of spread the blue cheese evenly on the top of the tomato.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to shingle this. So we're going to go 1 piece of tomato down, 1 piece of watermelon,
Okay.
and continue.
Get a load of this, guys.
Going with that's going to be just a little bit of an arugula salad that I'm just going to dress here.
Okay.
We're going to put that right on top.
Oh, put it on top,
Yeah,
I see.
do kind of like a row. Oh, that's perfect. And then finish up with the last two.
Uh-oh, I might be finding a new job.
Bring it home.
Chef Lex.
It actually has a good sound to it, right?
Yeah, it does. Sounds good. Okay, there we go.
And
then
if you
we
want
put
to take, why don't you take my tweezers? This is going to be micro basil.
Okay.
Just kind of do some right on top of the salad.
Looking good, guys.
Make sure you scatter it around so every bite gets a little bit of basil in there. Beautiful. You want to show everybody how you did?
Oh, yes. Check this out. This is just one of many delicious items that you can get on the menu. Not only this week, though. Tell people about, while you make the ceviche dish, about the, the special quality that you're trying to bring to people every single day, not just during special weeks like Restaurant Week, where it is, kind of hard in this city for people to get really good quality food at an affordable price.
Exactly. So Michelle's, we are focused kind of more or less around seafood. That is a big emphasis for us. We're actually at our raw bar right now, and we actually do a tasting counter here where we do a 14-course tasting menu built around seafood. But yeah, I mean, for us, we're always trying to cook really exciting, delicious, vibrant food that's approachable to our guests. And so we actually already do a tasting menu. We're doing a tasting menu in our dining room already, and we started that before Restaurant Week. So Restaurant Week is just kind of an extension of that. But we are going to be continuing with Restaurant Week style menu. We're going to be doing that next week as well. So the $55 3-course menu for dinner, and then the $25 3-course menu for brunch. That'll be continued through next week.
Okay.
So an extra week for that.
Okay, great. And you guys can see this one right here. Can I go ahead and pick it up? I see it's not completely done yet, but I want to give them a little look.
That's going to be our surf clam ceviche with white grapes and Marcona almonds.
And it would also have a little bit of some green garnish on top.
A little cilantro.
A little cilantro on top here at the end. And this is just, like I said, some of these special dishes that you can get here at Michelle's. And like he said, year-round and extending that menu beyond Restaurant Week. And that's part of what this restaurant is doing to get themselves off the map and to, really solidify their place here in D.C. And coming up a little bit later, you're going to get to see a little bit more of this. I'm going to be doing a little bit of tasting and letting you guys know how that is. And so make sure you're sticking around and sticking with us. For now, live at Michelle's, I'm Lex Juarez.
Nice.
It looks good. Hopefully, like, she brings some back. Otherwise, you can't get in the building.
We'll turn up. We'll make you get stuck in the elevator again, like yesterday.
All right. Thanks so much, Lex.